guys, Try9 your service here, and today we're going to be reacting to 10 sightings of the Megalodon that may prove it exists. Do not like sharks, do not like Megalodons especially, so let's see if it still exists. Let's get right into it. Top 5 best.
No other prehistoric animals have divided opinions more than the Megalodon, mostly about the question whether it still exists or not. While a lot of experts definitely say that these monsters are long gone, there are still some who fervently believe that they still roam the Earth's waters. Many sightings of the mighty fish have been reported through the decades, some of which are so compelling that it's really hard not to believe that these monsters died out millions of years ago. The number 1 sighting is particularly curious, so stay tuned for that. Here are 10 sightings of the Megalodon that may prove it still exists.
Okay, let's get right into it.
Number 10.
Number 10.
An unverified attack. Let's start things off not with an actual sighting, but with the possible outcome of a close encounter with a Megalodon. A few years ago, a photo surfaced on the internet showing a beached whale. While seeing a beached whale is already strange and sad in itself, there's something that sets this event apart from the rest. The whale's entire tail is missing, and it looks like it's been bitten off by something large. The most compelling thing about the photo is that you can clearly see bite marks around where the tail should have been. Now, this is a 70-foot humpback whale, one of the largest animals in the oceans. Who could have done such a thing?
A fudging Megalodon.
Now, while it is true that orcas or killer whales have a habit of hunting and feeding on whales, it isn't known whether they can take on a whale of this size. Plus, experts believe that the tail was shorn off in one bite. The only animal with the size and strength to possibly do this is, you guessed it, the mighty Megalodon. Or maybe a sperm whale, but they got no reason to go after these guys. Number 9.
His whole back is bit off.
Unusually young teeth. Still yet another sighting. I promise we're going to get into those in a bit, but there's also something pretty compelling here. This story has something to do with the British ship HMS Challenger, a former small warship that was converted into the first dedicated oceanographic ship with its own laboratories, microscopes, and other scientific equipment on board. Its job was to explore the oceans and discover new animals that have never been previously discovered, mostly by dredging the bottom of the ocean and see what they can drag up.
Good luck.
While it was dredging a seabed near Tahiti in 1875, it pulled up a pair of Megalodon teeth. Over the years, dating of the teeth has produced mixed results.
Look at the size of those teeth. Like, that is not teeth anymore. That's like a weapon. That's like...
Some dates fall to the 10,000 to 15,000 year old range. And that's a far cry from 1.5 million years ago, when Megalodon supposedly went extinct. If the dating is accurate, Megalodons have survived to a far later time than previously thought. And if they made it to as late as 10,000 years ago, who's to say they aren't roaming the oceans today? Number 8. The Google image. Ever since Google Maps was launched, a lot of people have been finding strange things on there. Some are easily explainable, like glitches on the photo or misidentifying certain things or animals to be something totally different. An example is one recent viral photo, which many thought to be the proof of the Kraken, which turned out to be, well,
don't even talk about the Kraken.
The image reportedly shows a Google Map image in the Bahamas. In it, you can clearly see the silhouette of an extremely large fish. Could it be a whale shark, the only living animal that can even remotely match what's on the photo?
If it is,
yeah, it could be. But if you see the photo, there's something a bit off with the shape for it to be a whale shark. Of course, it is a bit premature to declare this to be a Megalodon, but what are the other possibilities barring the whale and basking shark? Number 7.
Number 7, let's get ready.
The Cape Town photo. This piece of evidence caused both a sensation and an uproar dividing mainstream scientists and those who are keeping an open mind. This very famous photo shows an extremely large fish swimming alongside German U-boats, reportedly taken just off the coast of Cape Town, South Africa during the height of World War II over in 1942.
Imagine seeing a Megalodon.
The photo even shows German sailors looking at the monstrous beast as it swims alongside the submarines.
Oh my gosh, there's a big fin right in the background.
The length of the fish, just from the dorsal fin to the tail, is a whopping 64 feet.
That's as big as your own boat.
This is undeniable evidence that the Megalodon still exists today. Or at least
64
one was
feet
still alive in
long.
1942.
That's like a dinosaur
However, a
times
lot
2.
also says the photo was faked, and it was the Discovery Channel, the ones who showed the photo in the documentary about Megs,
well,
was
fake.
behind it all.
That's
If
great.
the photo is proven to be true, it's definitely a game changer, and it would be enough to change
That
minds
has
of
to
people
be
who have been
fake.
saying that the
Like, that's
Megalodon
just
is already
not
extinct.
even realistic.
Number 6.
That's just
The
coming
David
out
Stead
from fucking
sighting.
hell.
In 1918, the ichthyologist David Stead recorded a strange unease among the lobstermen of Port Stephens, Australia. Although their livelihoods depended on the sea, the men could not bring themselves to venture out to their favorite crayfish spot near Broughton Island for fear of what they had just seen. They had reported seeing a monstrous, ghostly white shark of such mind-boggling size that apparently no one could agree exactly how big the Leviathan was.
What is that?
The shark was big enough to swallow several lobster pots at least, but the size estimates Stead drew from the workers ranged from 115 feet to an absurd
That's
300
huge.
foot minimum.
There's always an ad.
This
on
shark,
that.
which Stead believes to be of the White Death type, was a remnant of a very real species that sculled the seas for
That's
millions
actually
of
that's
years.
super cool looking,
Of
but
course, I'm talking about the
super
Megalodon.
scary.
If Stead
at
was
the
right
same
about
time.
his size estimates, there may still be a living Megalodon, or even a living population out there at sea. Although, I will admit that's a little absurdly big for a Megalodon, though. Number 5.
It's bigger than a megalodon.
On a
Okay, I'm getting
Mexican
out of
beach.
town.
Yet another
On a
piece of
Mexican
evidence that has
beach.
divided millions.
Okay,
but if
well,
you're a staunch believer in the continued existence of the
There's a
Megalodon,
dead shark
then
right
this
up
video
there. and
footage
That's
will surely be
not
enough
the
for
best
you.
sight to see.
Footage emerged of a beach shark, reportedly in some beach in Mexico. While you could say that this could just be a great white shark, it definitely looks larger than anyone I've seen. And do you know what kind of shark
Holy.
whose size much closely resembles it's the Megalodon? I think we can all kind of, come to a conclusion on that one now. Of course, skeptics will always tell
Look at
anybody
that
who would
thing.
listen that it's just a beach
Like,
great
look
white
at those
shark.
guys. They're just
But
looking
the
at
fact
it
is,
like
there
it's like
are
a-
no great whites
like
that
a
can
nice
even
little
possibly
cat.
reach that size. That's according to my research, at least.
Oh my gosh, you're
Then there are
touching
also
it?
people who would say that the size as reported was greatly exaggerated.
Like,
but
oh
then
my
again,
gosh.
video evidence doesn't lie.
That looks like
But
a
as they say,
that
no
looks
amount
like
of
a
evidence, no
fudging,
matter how convincing, is enough for
colossal-
skeptics. I guess someone will need to catch a Meg
Colossal, I
alive
don't
or at
even
least
know what to
capture
say
footage
about
of one in
this.
the wild. And speaking of footage, number 4.
you're letting your kid get near that
The
thing.
Black Demon. The Black Demon
Black
shark is an
Demon,
enormous
oh
black
my
shark
gosh,
whose
what type of
territory
name
is
is
said to be
this?
just off the coast of Mexico's Baja California peninsula. In recent times, several local fishermen have reported seeing the black monstrosity. The Black Demon is said to be 20 to 60 feet long and weighing
20
anywhere
to
between
60
50
feet.
to 100,000 pounds. It is said to resemble a great white, but with very dark coloration and a truly monstrous tail. In 2009,
Sheesh.
the TV series Monster Quest dispatched a film crew to the Sea of Cortez to investigate the claims from American sport fisherman Eric Mack, who was sailing off the coast of Baja in July of 2008 when he encountered an unidentified creature that
Oh
met
my
the
gosh.
legend's description.
Your boat's
The ocean-dwelling
dead.
monstrosity,
Get out of
if it
there.
exists, has been
Like, I
suspected
think it's
of
just
being
gonna
an
dive up and
oversized
then
great
fucking
white,
bite your
perhaps
head
with
off,
melanism,
bite your
which is the development of
boat down.
dark-colored pigment in the skin,
Get out.
or the opposite of albinism. But of course, the more popular theory is that the supposedly extinct Megalodon still roams the coast of Baja. So, swimmers beware. Number 3. The Coast Guard footage. Aside from sailors,
Another ad.
who obviously spend most of their
Keep missing
lives at
this.
sea, the guys who are most likely to catch footage of the mighty Meg would be the Coast Guard. On their rescue helicopters, they would have the perfect vantage point to
Look,
spot
look, your
anything
legs
lurking
right
below
down
the
there.
waves.
Fudging shark
And
just
in this
pops
rather
up, eats the
controversial
helicopter.
footage,
Good
they
luck.
might have accidentally found the elusive Megalodon. The Brazilian Coast Guard caught
imagine
sight
that?
of the monstrous fish while attempting a rescue at sea. At first, the Coast Guard officers didn't notice the giant shadow swimming past them beneath the waves, but after reviewing the footage later on, they couldn't believe their eyes. If the size of the shadow was of any indication, the animal was upwards of 60 feet long. Of course, it could have been another large fish, primarily the whale shark, but there is one glaring flaw in that assumption. Whale sharks don't swim anywhere near
Oh
Brazil.
my gosh.
Furthermore, the footage has been analyzed by countless
What
experts.
the
and
heck
there's no
is
way that it
that?
could have been
Like,
doctored.
and they're just like
With this, the
looking
video has
at
been
it
touted
like
as the
it's
best
nothing.
evidence for the continued existence of this
That
beastly
thing is
shark.
like the biggest thing ever.
Number 2.
Number
The
2,
Zane
the
Grey
Zane Grey
sighting.
sighting. Okay.
Pearl Zane Grey was an American author and dentist best known for his popular adventure novels and stories associated with the Western genre in literature and the arts. He idealized the American frontier. Riders of the Purple Sage was his best-selling book. Okay, now I know what you're thinking. What does an award-winning novelist with a penchant for writing westerns have anything to do with megalodons? Well, he believes he actually saw one, or rather a shark too big to be, and to quote him, a harmless white shark.
Oh, what the heck? Imagine this coming at you. You may as well just pee yourself and then take out a knife and like I don't even know it after that. Just say goodbye to your mom and your family. What the heck? Like this thing is on another level. Like this is like out of a cartoon.
In the novel Megalodon, Fact or Fiction, Rick Emmer writes that Gray claimed to have seen one of the man-eating monsters of the South Pacific, a shark much longer than his 30-40 foot boat. Apparently the shark was yellow and green, with a square head, immense pectoral fins, and a few white spots. It does have to be stated that Gray himself didn't say that he thought what he saw was a megalodon. But what other shark could there be? Before we move on, do me a favor. My analytics show that only about 15% of you watching are actually subscribed. The Great Barrier Reef
Great Barrier Reef sighting. That's number one, I think. The Great Barrier Reef is one of the world's largest marine habitats, serving as home to millions of fishes and other sea creatures. Although most of it is readily accessible, scientists believe that they still have much to learn about the reef. It looks pretty nice in here.
There still may be a lot of unknown species
knowing
left
that
to be
there's
discovered.
a fudging megalodon that
in
could
line
be here.
with that, the Great Barrier Reef may also be the perfect hiding place for
ever.
a species long thought extinct. In the 1960s, along the outer edges of Australia's Great Barrier Reef, an 85-foot ship experienced engine trouble, which forced them to weigh anchor for repairs. Although the men subsequently refused to openly report what they had seen for fear of public ridicule, the captain and his crew later told friends of sighting of an immense shark as it moved slowly past their ship.
AKA Megalodon.
Whitish in color, they were awed by its size. It was as long, if not longer, than their boat. Experienced men of the sea, they too were certain the creature was not a whale.
And it could be longer than it.
Other writers, such as author Rick Emmer, suggest it could have been Megalodon. Did any of these sightings make you believe that the
Okay, well then we got the top 10 fattest kids in the world. I might need to react to that one later. Anyway, let's just ignore this and think about that thing, fudging Megalodon, could be real. Like, how? Like, I'm hoping all of this is fake because I'm not. Like, that is just so bad. That thing is 85-foot long shark. Yeah. See ya. Anyway, remember to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you want me to react to next. Like this video right here or this one. And yes, see you in the next adventure. See ya. Be prepared for Megalodons.